So the minister announced the planned implementation of the 15-kilometer setback on the right-of-way on a coastal road. And this is because to create room for service lane and other developmental projects that will be coming up around the first section, the section 1 of the coastal road. This 15-kilometer setback would affect majorly section 1 of the coastal high road. And when most persons felt that demolitions were over, because we all felt the worst already had been done, especially in the first section, because it affected so many developments then. A serious cry around town. That was when Landmark Beach, the Good Beach, so many developments were demolished as at that time. So we actually felt that the worst had already happened, especially in those places that development existed before the commencement of the coastal road. But here we are again in 2026, after a series of warning, after a series of conversation and talks. The commissioner, the minister, has said there will be another wave of demolition. And the sad thing is that over 1,700, between 1,700 and 2,700 houses might be affected just on the first section of the coastal road. Now I need to state that the stipulated setback away from the coastal road originally is 150 meters. 150 meters, but because of the developments that already were existing around that first section of the coastal road, that 150 kilometers was not really adhered to. But when I made this video because as at that time there were so many developments and estates that were springing up on the coastal road, selling as commercial properties, and I had to make the videos then to state the warning, to give the warning that if you are buying anything, make sure first it is a titled property. It has to be a C of O or a government allocation. Secondly, it has to be far away from the coastal road. It must, the 150 meters setback must be adhered to. These were two basic reasons why I made the video as at that time. Now in 2026, I see people shouting and saying when you buy a C of O property, you are not still safe. Now the truth is, this information has always been there, that it is one thing for you to have a titled property. It is another thing for you to understand building regulations, setbacks, and certain things that guide property acquisition. And this is why we are here on this channel. This is why we do what we do on this channel, to inform you, to give you the right education, so that when you are buying real estate, you buy safety and you buy with common sense. Now this is not to talk down on those who have purchased properties that would be affected or that might be affected. This is just ways of reiterating the importance of conducting due diligence, of asking questions, and using the right people, when using the right set of real estate experts when you're about buying any property at all in Nigeria, Lagos most especially. So this is 2026 and we are still here. Now I believe that after the next wave of demolition that would happen, to give room for the 15 meters setbacks for the service lane, whatever the minister has announced, I think this might be the last we would experience, most especially in the section 1 of the coastal highway. But we cannot give the confidence that other sections would see the end of demolition. No, because when you go further down the coastal road, you will notice that the development has not really set in some of those places. And you must understand that the fact that they not adhere to the 150 kilometers setback from the section 1, it is not going to be adhered to in other places. It is going to be adhered to because in those places the setback will serve as a means of revenue generating system for the government, because this was what was announced about a year ago or 2 years ago when Dave Umahi was going around and sensitizing people about the coastal road. He made mention that the government, because the government will be spending so much on the project, aside the tolling that would happen on the road, the government will also acquire some portions of land to the left and the right, 150 kilometers left and right from the coastal highway. They even got to a point where he even came back and said he's asking the government of Lagos State, Ondo State and some states to allow not just 150 meters setback, but 500 meters setback. He actually did this. I'll look for the video, and if I find it, I'll peg it to this particular video, so you go there and rewatch it. This video now I'm making is to still inform buyers of real estate that you still need to be careful, especially when you are buying any property close to the coastal road. You need to be very, very careful, because if people can lose their properties, those who have built high-rise, in fact, when you pass the section 1, you'll see high-rise buildings people have spent billions to construct, and they will go down. Although they promised compensation, we hope that they are compensated rightly and very well. So this information now is for those who are still looking to buy properties on the coastal highway. This is not to scare you away from buying those properties. I'm just trying to tell you, you need to put two things in mind. First, the property must be safe. It must be a titled property. It's either a government allocation or a certificate of occupancy, and those documents must be verifiable. You don't just buy because people are telling you that buy it as a title. You must verify it. Secondly, the property must be away from the 150 meter setback. Very, very importantly, it must be far away from the 150 meters setback. That is that about that. If you love what we do on this channel, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. We plan to take our subscribers mark to at least 20,000 by the end of December 2026. This is the least you could do for us as we create contents to inform you and help people buy real estate safely. When you see our content, you make wise investment choices. So if you're a first-time viewer, you can go through our contents. We have hundreds of content, hundreds of videos talking about real estate in Nigeria, and seeing those contents would help you make wise investment choices. You'll make no mistake investing in real estate. We've discussed about titles, we've discussed about shams, gray areas in real estate space. We've done property analysis. We've introduced you to properties on this channel that would guarantee returns on investment and also safety. You will learn a lot subscribing to the channel. So tell your friends, tell people who will be buying real estate to watch our channel, and they'll be glad they did. Until we see again, stay safe and keep investing in safe real estate. Remember, this video is not to scare you from buying properties on the coastal road. It is only a video to make you understand that if you must buy real estate, you must buy with common sense rather than emotion. And if you want us to help you in buying real estate, our number is on the screen, and a direct link to our WhatsApp is in the description. Come into our DMs and we would help you get that safe real estate anywhere in Nigeria. Trust us to guide you rightly. Bye for now.